Fuck the answer, my expertism, mysticism. My mama take me over like I was optimism. To waste some light, to the cycle. The skills that I'm bringing, I put a little bit on 10 seconds. They fucked up my intellectual consumption. Finish on the dead mind like a puncture. I gotta get by, getting quick. Now there's all these quick raps and they making hits up back. But I need to bring the skills back. So listen, now I'm cool, but I wanna do is fucking ass. I come with notions deeper than the ocean. Check out my motion, that rhythm is the motion. Medicine, breaks of wisdom, and I dig it on the rhythm. Check it how I rock it in the cipher. Desire, takes your high, lyrical messiah. Coming clockwise, I rise like the sun. Now feel the heat from the rays of the gun. Shooting up the mental mix. How you gonna know the real shit when your style's counterfeit? This shit is counterfeit, just fuck me. Coming from the jam, trying to front like Tony. Listen to this new talk. Bumping, 94 ain't no party. New type of lingo, catch you like a dingo. Fuck that, I'm stripping on the single. Now, boy, the channel I'm in, know this is up. Go into the channels of the room of the pro. Like you break, see some your soul. This is your flavor. I mean, like with a sweat at the equator. I mean, with a flipper sound like a flipper channel. Step up and test get my test skills. The hip-hop's been running through my veins ever since. So wasn't all repeated, had to make it represent tormented themselves. Rainy up till they can't blow fire cause I'm painted up. Don't need a big block, but don't sweat. I quit it for the loss, now I'm doing what I want to do. I channel like grooves and just lose it. This and wacky seeds is plugging up fast.
Cheer.
Salute, 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 salute. We
Peace
live.
to the
You know what I'm saying? I got the big bro here. Peace to the gods. Hakim
yes,
Green here with me. You know what I'm saying? We gonna talk about a lot. We're gonna touch on a lot of topics right now.
yeah.
Music, politics,
Mm-hmm.
everything that need to be talked about. So how you doing, God? How you doing this evening? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With everything going on in this world, with COVID and everything, brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Well,
glad
yeah.
you on here. I'm
Mhm.
pleased that you here, big bro.
Thank you. First of all, thank you for having me on. Big shout out to MBK. Do it the right way, MBK all day. When he told me
Hmm.
what it was and how I needed to touch down with you, I was like, of course, no doubt. Of course, got to get down. You know what I mean? So it's my
Hmm.
honor, my privilege to open up your platform and share with me. I want you to know that I respect and appreciate that wholeheartedly. You know what I mean?
Thank
So I'm doing wonderful. COVID. I just got found out one of my relatives actually came down with COVID recently. We'll see. We'll see what happens. They just got tested, just found out. But I've had friends who passed away from it. I've had a lot of, not a lot, but a number of close friends who contracted it. And, either we got over it, or my partner Tuffy, actually the other half of Channel Live, he caught it,
you.
and
Mm.
now he has asthma. He has
Oh,
that was kind of a lingering effect for him. So some people get it, nothing happens. Some people get it and they get real sick. Some people get it and die. Some people get it, and it's all good. But
yeah.
it's crazy out there. Thankfully, me and my wife, we're good. We didn't come down. We haven't been sick. We're healthy. All is well. I'm happy. I'm good.
That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. So yeah, before we came live, we was building about the election and everything, man. So yeah, I want to touch on it because I want to go on this political topic right now,
Mm-hmm.
and basically about the whole Trump and Biden situation. Like we was just talking about how the the shirt dump Trump. You know what I'm saying? And what you was saying was all facts that the mail-in voting is killing Trump right now. It's crushing him right now. It states that he won against Hillary, that he's not winning against Biden. So yeah, we definitely want to get into that right now. So I want you to really let the people know how it's really going down right now with this whole political cycle and
Okay.
everything with Trump.
I first want to say that, context is everything, right? And like Malcolm X said, history is best suited to reward all research, in that, you see what happened before, you understand better what's happening now, right? So if you follow the history of Donald Trump, right, there's certain, key points that we need to do the knowledge on. One, he's been sued a bunch of times for illegal practices and leasing, right?
True.
Central Park 5. You know what I'm saying? He called for the execution of 5 innocent young brothers that could have been one of us if we were there around at that time.
That's a fact.
The whole idea that he would take his money and $100,000 on New York Daily News,
yes,
and the New York Post, calling for their execution.
Yes,
that could have been any one of us. And then when you do the knowledge of his father, Fred Trump, and his racism, being connected with the KKK,
yes,
being a real estate tycoon out in East New York, Brooklyn, Coney Island, and the crazy shit he was doing to black people in the 60s, in the 70s, you just get a sense of who that person is, right?
That's right.
Now, when he won in 2016, first, I didn't vote for Obama twice.
Yeah.
I was anti-politic, conspiracy theory, all your favorite conspiracy theories, Behold the Pale Horse, Illuminati 666, Ruled by Secrecy, David Icke books, Conspiracy Hierarchy, Committee of 300, all those books I read in the 90s, right? So I had a real, the World Trade Center came down, 9/11 is an inside job, the conspiracy theory community kind of coalesced around that.
Yeah.
Culminated during Occupy Wall Street. We had a lot of these conspiracy theory groups, right-wing politics, the libertarians, the Tea Party cats before the Tea Party. A lot of that was bubbling in New York, on Wall Street. So there was an exchange of information, and you've seen a lot of folks that's kind of on the same page, but then you pick their racism, and you realize, wait a minute, like we on the same page up until here, and then your history is twisted.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So and it's a lot of details that go into that. If you could think anything you want to ask me specifically, to stop me, because I know I could be shooting a lot of information out.
No, keep going, Hakim, keep going, big bro.
So when Obama came around, I'm like, oh man, they're gonna use the black man to do the conspiracy theory. They're gonna get everybody chipped up. And it's going about the New World Order's kicking in. They're gonna use the black man. Whoopty whoppy wop. I wasn't fucking with Obama. Like I said, I didn't vote for him twice. In his second term after Obamacare passed, my fiance, now my wife, and my mom were like, boy, you need to get some health insurance. I had no health insurance. You need some help. You inching up on 50, boy, you need to get some health insurance. I'm a weed smoker. They're not really trying to cover weed smokers like that. They weren't really trying to fuck with us, and the only other option is this Obamacare shit. I don't know about that. They begged me. Finally, I got Obamacare. I said, fuck it, I'll go sign up. I signed up for Obamacare. 3 months later, I broke my hand. Had to have reconstructive surgery on my hand and wrist. I had a plate put from here to here. You can still see the scar. If I get the camera right. Tens of millions, the whole 9 yards. You talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
That I could afford. The best of not the best of the best, but like my surgeon was one of the top surgeons in the state. You know what I mean? And what they had to do was some other shit. Long story short, if not for Obamacare, I'd be fucked up right now. Point. A lot of times we get into the conspiracy theory world, and that shit psychs us out from doing what's practical and what's real.
Facts.
When we're doing what's practical and what's real in our life, healthcare, childcare, education, infrastructure, roads and bridges,
It's a fact.
That's what's like every day when you get off the internet and you start building on whatever conspiracy theory you're dealing with in your life, and you got to deal with real life shit. You want some help from the government because it belongs to you anyway.
That's right. That's a fact.
It's not a handout. They got us thinking that welfare is the best thing. Read the Declaration of Independence. The government is set up for the security and the welfare of the people. Now, in our current system, we borrow money into existence. Money's printed up out of thin air. Like this. Who's responsible for the debt? Working class people, poor people are responsible for the debt.
That's a fact.
Right. Money printed up out of thin air. The people printing up the money get their money on top of by putting debt interest on it. We owe the interest on the debt. So since we owe the debt, shouldn't everything go to us first?
Yeah.
For instance, after World War II, FDR came in, instituted what was called the New Deal policies. The stock market crashed in 29. Mind you, what happened in 29, what led to the stock market crash in 29?
Yes.
There was a law put in place by FDR to keep that activity out of Wall Street.
Yes.
Bill Clinton got rid of that law. George Bush and his boys took advantage of that law not being there, the Republicans.
Yes.
And the economy crashed in 2008. Same thing happened in 29. Right. World War II kicked off. FDR comes in. Nazis are defeated. FDR comes with the New Deal policies, which is about investment in infrastructure. That's how the suburbs were built. But it was specifically for white people. Black people were excluded.
Yes,
white
yes, that's
were
true.
given welfare. The government came in and took everybody's tax dollar and invested into white people.
People, yes, it's a fact.
Martin Luther King did the knowledge. In 63, he said, I have a dream. In 67, he said, we coming to get our check. That's why he got popped.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Nixon ran against LBJ because LBJ signed the Civil Rights Amendments in 1968. King, right? That was a 10-year process. I'm getting to that's a point. That was a 10, 15-year process to get to LBJ to be able to get the Democrats to sign off on the civil rights.
Yeah.
Because they did that, the racists in the Democratic Party left and went to the Republican Party.
Republican Party, yeah, that's true.
Nixon ran on what's called the Southern Strategy, which was a redo of somebody else, either Eisenhower or Truman, where they ran specifically appealing
Truman, Hakim. It was Truman.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Specifically appealing to white racists. The 70s, heroin took over the hood, got us fucked up. Nixon, all types of tax relief to the corporate, gave away the fucking money. When Carter comes in the 70s, Democrats are left with the tax burden from what Nixon did in early on in the decade.
That's a fact.
The Democrats look bad now. Democrats look like the party of welfare because white people don't want niggas to have nothing.
That's a fact.
They got welfare, it wasn't a problem. When we're getting welfare, all y'all welfare queens, y'all taking advantage of the system. It was a bad look to be a Democrat in the 80s. Ronald Reagan, Bush. Wealth is good. Greed is sweet. Greed is good. Lifestyle for the rich and famous. Donald Trump really becomes the man at this time in the 80s. Starts blowing up. The culture of America became about this. Everything big, Hollywood, fucking nigga, get that money, get money, get money. If you a Democrat talking about let's do something for the people, niggas wasn't fucking with you. They didn't even hear you. You couldn't, like the politic. So, like, this is the early 90s. I'm a school teacher. It's from 90 to 94. Yusef Hawkins happened. Central Park 5 happened. Tawana Brawley happened. I'm just locked in I'm a school teacher. Malcolm X has got me caught up. I'm in New York on the underground reading all types of literature. I told you about all the conspiracy theory books.
Yeah.
I read Dr. Ben, Dr. Clark, Leonard Jeffrey. You know, I'm going to all your favorite African echoes. My shit is comedic. You see the tattoos. I'm like, I'm about Africa, our people, blackness. I'm nigga, like, first of all, I didn't use the word nigga. That's a whole nother bill why I use it now. And we can get into that later. I wouldn't use the word nigga for 10 years because that's where the mind was at. I don't even know how I got over here right now. I'm trying to work my way back.
No. You good, dog. You good. We build it.
Okay, so Bill Clinton steps up to run for president. The only way a Democrat was going to become the president is they had to move all the way to the right.
Yeah.
Right. That was the nature of the country. Black people really didn't pay attention to politics at this time. Like, we wasn't really engaged like that. That don't come to Barack Obama. But like, everybody's a political expert on social media now. Yeah. Nobody cared.
Nobody cared about politics back then.
Watch Boys in the Hood. There's Sharif and his dad. All these other niggas is like, whatever. Like, niggas is like, whatever with that bullshit. That was the general consensus across the board. You had some smarty-arty niggas who wanted to be conscious. I was one of them. Everybody else was pretty much trying to get money. Because that was the nature of America. Get money.
Money, yeah.
All right, Bill Clinton comes in as the Democrat, plays the sax to show how suave and black he is and shit. We roll with the punches. Bush comes in, wrecks the economy with the fucking war and the fake-ass World Trade Center bullshit that they pulled off. That bullshit. We get to 2008. I'm running around in conspiracy theory circles. The Alex Joneses, you know, all that Sandy Hook was fake. All that. I'm running around all that shit. And I'm seeing just how racist these motherfuckers are.
Yeah, they racist. They real racist, huh? They real racist.
We get through the Obama years, and I do the knowledge on some key things about Obama. That, you know, he didn't do nothing for black people. Then I was on that bandwagon forever. But when you look closely, there's a few key things, and I'm sure just a partial list of all the things he's done for black people that's powerful enough if you're paying attention to know who's on your team and who ain't on your team. One thing, critical race theory. Are you familiar with it?
Yeah.
Right. And that's the concept that embedded in the fabric of America is systemic racism, white supremacy, white privilege. So they study it as a thing called critical race theory to figure out ways of combating it, challenging it, peeling it back.
Yeah.
You know, like when you talk about ending racism, systemic racism, systems, you just can't explode the system. You have to unwork the system. You have to heal people. You can't just go, all right, niggas, get your shit together.
Yeah.
All right, here's some money, get your shit together. You gotta understand how people from this point to this point, what took place, the traumas that we've experienced as individuals and as a group. Where did these traumas come from? How do we help people deal with their trauma? How do we help people deal with depression? How do we help people deal with mental health? Racism, white supremacy is a cause of a lot of the mental health problems that we experience. Racism, white supremacy. Now, Biden's town hall that he did last week, he talked about it. And I want people to Google it, YouTube it, to check it for themselves. I don't want to try to re-say what he said or misquote him. But what he did was, in response to the brother's question about what you're going to do for black people, he gets into, I think, racism, white supremacy specifically. He talks about specifically African Americans, specifically. And he talks about the type of investment and perspective that we need to have. And he articulated a position, whether you agree with him or not, whether he went deep enough or not, whether he hit all the points or not. He articulated a well thought out idea specifically as it had to do with challenging white supremacy.
Yes.
Donald Trump, what? He's currently trying to dismantle critical race theory. Currently, like he's been doing it for like the last, year or two, trying to change the law that they did. See, people understand. There were studies that had to be done. The studies led to legislation being drawn. That legislation had to make its way through government to get to Barack Obama, who had to understand it to sign off. Right.
Yeah.
So when we sitting at the table of power, who the fuck are we sitting with? Really?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we gotta think like this motherfucking clown who can't articulate how to tie a shoe. The nigga can't articulate nothing. He can't complete a thought. Trump. So who are you dealing with? Really? You know what I mean? Like, we really want to deal with him? Or I said Jalen Rose. Oh my God, Jalen Rose blew up the spot on me. Because again, I'm like iffy about voting. I was an independent. I registered as a Democrat because I wanted to see Bernie Sanders as the candidate.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm rocking with Bernie. Been rocking with Bernie since like 2000, since Brock years. I've been rocking with Bernie. He stands for the shit, universal health care, education. Like he's hardcore progressive. Well, as hard as they get on mainstream politics, because even Bernie's a mock. He ain't all the way to the left. I don't want to get my statistic right. But I'm rocking with Bernie. Congressman James Clyburn endorses Joe Biden. Now, Congressman Clyburn, he's been around 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
In terms of his political capital, in terms of relationships, coalition building, favors, getting people in school, getting people out of jail, getting people jobs, not I'm talking about fighting to get over the course of the labor, like working with labor unions, the type of coalition, churches. First of all, you can't speak for Black people unless you've gone to all the churches. And I'm not a Christian like that. I'm not a Christian. Christianity is a beautiful religion. That's the philosophy of it. It's a whole nother story. Love it to death. But the organization of Christianity, some old other shit, I don't fuck with that shit like that. However, if you want to represent Black people, you gotta go to the churches, national, fraternities and sororities. How do you represent Black people? You ain't sitting with the Black. I'm not. You see what I'm about, nigga. I'm about to kim it, nigga. If I wanted to do something for Black people, you gotta sit with the frats and the sororities.
That's true.
Labor unions. People work in jobs, their taxes come out, they check, they're dealing with the employer. Like these are my everyday problems, not who got the flyers spit on social media about some theory of the da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm not who got the illest nigga rhymes and got the raps, nigga ill spitting out, nigga. We talking about real fucking life. Like school, healthcare, jobs. I'm driving my car. The roads are beat up. It fucks up my car. Make my insurance goes up. Make my car maintenance go up. Gas price. Like nigga, it's not. You know what I mean? Like it's some other shit that for somebody to be representing a contract. What's a contract? There are obligations to contract. So somebody's gonna obligate Black America for some shit without sitting in front of Black America?
True.
Now, Congress is elected. They go, they campaign, they get elected, they go to city council meetings, and they go to state houses and colleges, universities, and churches, and they go, this is what I'm about, my website, this is the plan, this is the sign on. And then when they go represent, it's like, I got XYZ signature. I represent a constituency of 20,000 people. I represent 15 organizations with a body of that's when you represent somebody. Representing somebody is just not going, yo, I got a plan, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that.
It's not that, no.
Not that. It's not that.
No.
I love the idea. I read the contract twice, schemed through it. I'm not an expert. I can't tell you, I can't cross the T's and dot the I. I'm not going to pretend like I can. I'm not going to do that. All I'm going to say is, from reading it, I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it. Like it wasn't crazy to me. Like what was being pitched sounded good. I've read other people's critiques of it, and their critiques were like, in terms of it really represented the wants of Black men. It didn't really address Black women. And and I'm sure there's like a lot of minor issues that I'm just not gonna see because I'm not built like that. I didn't go to school to get trained on policy and how like it's a whole nother shit involved that you just don't go, look, y'all, I got a plan.
Mm-hmm.
Now his plan, according to them, I want to say Ice Cube and the Democratic representatives, I guess 35% of what the DNC, what Ice Cube was asking for was already in the Biden plan.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Which means you go, oh, Black Democrats ain't doing nothing for Black people. Ice Cube, yeah, but they about to pitch the same. They doing the same shit, and it's on his brother's. It's on Biden's website. It's been there since February, March. There is a plan. We're not engaged, really, to know what the plan is, and that's our fault. It's not Ice Cube's fault. I don't put that on Ice Cube. I put that on us.
Yeah.
Including myself, because we're gonna talk about some shit and be engaged. Let's be all the way engaged to understand who the players on the court are.
Hey, so like you brought up Ice Cube, right? You think, right? Because I heard Puffy said this too. You think it's time for us to get our own Black political party? Like basically, like for us to have the Black agenda, put to the table, like economics and everything, and education.
I mean, it's been time.
Yeah.
It's been time. It's not. It's a time. It's been time. They're definitely on point with it. I'm not disagreeing with what they're saying. It's just that it has to be grassroots, or it doesn't represent Black people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've worked with a number of grassroots organizers, and I've seen real change happen because it went from the ground up. Ras Barak of North New Jersey is one great example.
Mm-hmm.
Being, an outside, like he was outside the political machine in North New Jersey. Of course, his father, Amiri Baraka, famous poet laureate, came up in the activism, world. Raz did it, and the whole family. But they were more militant, more radical, more, outside the machine. And then watching him build a grassroots movement of people over 15, 20 years to then become mayor gives me a clearer picture of how you actually make the system bend to your will. And that's through the people, first and foremost. If you got the people and money, oh my God, it's crazy. If you got money, you're shucking and jiving, you playing tricks.
True.
Hold on one second. Oh shit. You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here, Hawk.
Yeah, as long as you can see me. Hold on one second. I'm trying to take this call. Yo, Scotty, I'm doing an interview right now. Let me hit you back.
Okay.
Let me right back. I'm sorry.
That's cool. That's cool.
So yeah, it's getting down on the grassroots level with people who are there every day. Like, it's a whole shit. Like, there are people in our community working hard every day, doing activist work, whether it be outreach, drug outreach, homelessness, abuse. So I started a company, 24 Hours a Piece. It's It's a company. It's my company, and it's an annual event that I do in Newark, New Jersey, called 24 Hours Apiece. A 24-hour concert, and it was inspired by the work of Ras Baraka and the Newark Anti-Violence Coalition. Every Wednesday for 5 years straight, they would identify a block that had recently experienced violence, whether it was a murder or some type of gang activity or drug bust or whatever, police violence, police brutality. They would go to that corner, lock it down from like 4 o'clock to 10 o'clock, and it was all about awakening the community to what was going on around them. This is before Raz was the mayor. Every Wednesday for 5 years straight, bro. Rain, sleet, hail, sun, it didn't matter. Every Wednesday for 5 years straight, they did this. A lot of times it got contentious in the community. It was like, come on, you blocking traffic. I'm trying to go to work, get dark early in the winter. I got my kids to pick up. I ain't trying to deal with, this. So it's like a double-edged sword. The community needs to be engaged in what's going on with violence. And at the same time, we got to figure out a way of engaging the community in a way that they can appreciate it. So we came up with an idea of bringing hip hop on the block, setting up a stage for 24 hours straight. It's all about peace, love, unity, safety, having fun. So we created this organization, which is my company, 24 Hours Apiece, and we do peace initiatives in the city of Newark. The concert is one of these initiatives. So it's that type of work. So Raz did a violence is a public health issue. Violence is a public health issue as a think tank. And he had all the different organizations from the city of Newark, law enforcement, education, doctors, the hospitals, the churches, the mosques. You had imams, reverends. You had, activists, and myself being the artist was there. And we just, let's think about ways we could combat violence. Let's think about hardcore practical activities we could do in the hood that engages people in a way where they want to be involved, they want to be uplifted, and we can move the needle. Newark used to be top 10 violent cities in the country every year. Newark was the murder capital a few years in a row. I'm talking about as 90s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. Newark is not on the top 20 list, and I want to say it reached the lowest level of crime since 1967 before the Newark riots, and that was in 2017 because it was 50, 60 years later. They looked at it, it was like, damn, it's the lowest crime rate in that amount of time because the mayor, from a grassroots level, organizing the community to take charge of their own lives, being invested in city government, they see their power. And because they see their power, they can enact their power. And that's what we got to do around the country is get Black people to understand that they are the real power. Yeah. There's already a mechanism set up for you to express your power. Yeah. It's called City Hall. It's called the Board of Education. Go to the PTA meeting. If you ain't going to your child's PTA meeting, don't talk to me about Contract for Black America, my nigga. If you can't lead your home, you can't lead nobody else. So why are you worried about what they doing? Get your shit right first.
Right. At home. Yeah, you got to get it at home.
First. When you get that right home first, you realize, oh shit, you mean the system is run because I borrowed the money? Oh, you're responsible for the debt. Therefore, the money should come to you first. Who's talking that language? It ain't Donald Trump.
It ain't.
It's not Donald Trump.
It ain't.
And he doesn't honor obligations. He breaks contracts. You don't want to ever be in a contract with Donald Trump. He breaks them. If you don't have the power to enforce the contract, then you're just a slave to the contract. You have no power to. Black people right now, unfortunately, don't have the power to enforce a contract with Donald Trump.
No, they don't. They don't.
Check this out. I want to switch gears with you to show you how fucking lost we are. You said we, me too. I'm upset.
Yeah.
Did you see a storm over Brooklyn?
Yeah, I saw that. The Joey Farmer and the Patty Duke situation. I saw that surprised me too when I saw that documentary. It's crazy. Crazy.
So, like I said, back then I was active. I was aware. I went to the marches in Benton. I was engaged. I knew, right? I know Patty Duke from Hot 97.
Mm-hmm.
Patty Duke, always cool, never. You would never think if you didn't know
Mm-hmm.
that he was part of that situation.
Yeah.
Problem is, we all should have known.
Mm-hmm.
We should know because we should know who would want to stalk us and kill us and murder us.
Facts.
Like, these motherfuckers stalked him, thought that black people and Puerto Ricans were coming to the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
Picked anyone out, not knowing what, stalked them, cornered them, and murdered them.
Yeah.
That could have been any one of us.
That's a fact.
Now, Do the Right Thing happened, dropped 2 months prior to Yusef Hawkins happened.
Yeah.
PE, BDP,
Yeah.
Them, the Gods.
Yeah.
Spit that shit, brother.
Yeah.
X-Clan.
Yeah.
He was spitting that shit, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was hot. Like, that shit wasn't, it was hot. We was in tune. It woke us up. We had a soundtrack. And the soundtrack was some conscious shit. So when Al Sharpton said, let's go to Bensonhurst, thousands of people showed up.
Mm-hmm.
Al Sharpton ended up getting popped in the chest.
Yep.
Now, I'm not saying I agree with everything Al Sharpton. I'm not saying that. It's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I'm not trying to get popped in my chest.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all niggas is trying to lead the revolution and get popped in your chest. Show me. If you can't show me when you fucking made Sammy the Bull Gravano or John Gotti or anybody else from the mafia back the fuck up, what are you talking about? Really?
True.
Now you see the music was of a certain vibration.
Yeah.
So when it was time to plug in, niggas could plug in.
Yeah.
With no question.
Mm-hmm.
Plug in. We was back in Africa. We was red, black, and green. Spike Lee had his, Public Enemy had his. Niggas was what?
Yeah. He was militant minded.
And then niggas got on the bullshit.
Yeah.
Now, the one thing I know about the music industry, bro, if you don't have distribution, you have nothing.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. Ownership is everything.
And without digital, now it's a whole new day. It's digital. I got you. But back then, if you didn't have distribution, the ability to put your records in the stores for the right price, because you got paid to be there, you had nothing. Who runs distribution?
The majors, Universal, all of the people.
No. Who runs? There's the labels. That's the administrative arm. All right. And then there's the hand to hand. There's Poppy.
Yeah.
Niggas got to go see Poppy to go get it going.
Yeah.
Right? Who's out there making it go?
Oh, we making it go. Cause no. It's the Poppy really. It's Poppy really.
It's Poppy really. But there's a middleman that distributes. Whoever controls the distribution controls the game.
Yeah.
Poppy needs him.
Yeah, Poppy needs him. Yeah.
And if he got the people, he don't need Poppy. I can replace Poppy because I got the people.
Yeah.
So whoever controls distribution actually controls the game.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
The mafia controls distribution, bro.
Yeah.
Trucking, distribution, trucking. So when you go to the distributors, the one stops that got the account with Coconuts, got the account with Tower Records, got the account with HMV, got the account with Sam Goody, got the account with. There's these different one stops. When you go visit these people are all mafia or mafia connected.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. Because majority back then in the music industry and still today, everybody was mob connected. You know, from the Morris Levy's to all them dudes, mob connected. The mob had more power in the industry. Still do. You know, but they low key with it. They got power in the industry.
Right. So it's just when you see like the change in the music, the environment, what took it left is the people who control what hits and what don't hit. They're down. This is their world, and that's why what now it's just seeing the whole Patty Duke situation for me was like shameful because we should know. Like the story is that what flipped the whole thing with the Bensonhurst thing after Yusuf Hawkins got killed is that the marches were slowing down the money in Bensonhurst.
Yeah.
In the documentary, there's a cop who talks about there was legal money and then there was non-legal money.
Yeah.
Talked about in a way like police know the non-legal money is, the illegal money is going down. It's just, it is what it is. It works behind closed doors.
True.
The marches fucked up the underground money. So Sammy the Bull Gravano's like, why is the money fucked up? What's going on? They're like, oh man, these fucking niggas keep coming out of the neighborhood with these marches because this young boy got killed. They're like, well, who killed him? Said Joey Farmer. Give him up. Because you're fucking up the money.
Yeah, fucking up the money. That's true.
Fucking up the money.
That's true. And that's true. And you know something, when I was watching that documentary, right, and you see what's going on right now, right, with the whole marches that was going on recently, right? And you just saw how like people was fucking up the money, and that's why they had to bring the military in. You know what I'm saying? That's why they had to do that, because people was tearing the money up, going in there, rioting and all that, even though they was paid rioters, they was paid looters. You know what I'm saying? These people was paid there to come there to fuck up the money so they could push the martial law agenda. So everything that's going on, like they say, it's nothing new under the sun. History repeats itself. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad though, but that's what it is. Just right now, I was just watching, Hakeem, I was watching the news, and they was talking about how the cop in the George Floyd case just got his charges dropped, the murder charges. So that goes to show you we ain't even paying attention.
Which one?
I think the three. I think it was the third degree. Yeah, he got the third degree. He got it dropped. I was just watching on the news just recently. So that just goes to show you we not even paying attention what's going on. We got so much going on right now. We not even paying attention that charges being dropped, and 9 out of 10, the whole case might be thrown out the window, just like that.
Well, I think that's why it's you can't put all your stock in the Democrats either.
No.
You can't. But what I mean, when you start on a local level and you empower yourself with small groups, and you see who's willing to work with you, and you work with those people.
That's facts.
Unfortunately, 9 times out of 10 is somebody from the Democratic Party in our neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
But that's because the Republicans left, and what was left is the Democrats. But we have the power to organize our own political body. You don't have to be Republican. You don't have to be Democrat. You can literally start your own organization, right? But when we start talking about organization, that's kind of the uphill battle right there, because it takes work. It takes a lot of administrative work. It takes a lot of hand-to-hand reaching out to people, bringing people on board, reasoning with people. Like it takes a lot of work, and sometimes it just takes identifying who's already done the work and then connecting the dots.
True.
But again, it takes a level of work that people have to be willing to put in, and the best way to do it is start small. Join an organization or start an organization, even if a study group, a book club, something where you can come amongst people with like minds, with the same agenda, and then you can focus on government, city, local, county, state. You could be a group of 5 to 10 people that just go, oh shit, okay, this is going down on city level, county level, whatever.
Right.
We can have an influence if we just do this. And it's
you know something hot? What you saying right there is facts, because I've had conversations with some of my homies, and I told them that stop worrying about the president election. It's the local elections that's important, because the local politicians going to deal with your problems. Presidents is only going to deal with the budget. They're going to deal with the business of the country. They're not going to deal with what you were talking about. We got to stop putting our eggs in the basket on president elections. We got to start dealing with the local elections, because they are in your area. They are around you. They know what's going on.
Yeah. To that point, now, every a city like Newark, New Jersey is tapped into millions of dollars that they can funnel to different projects, aid projects, right? Depending on your circumstance, depending on where you at, you can approach the city from I see you have a fund here of $1,500, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, whatever it is. How do I access that? And then there'll be somebody in the city that tells you how to get the money. It's about paperwork and filing and what have you. But now if you got a group of, let's just say 15, 20 families that registered voters who are part of a study group, whatever the study group is, right? Y'all meet bi-weekly, monthly, quarterly, whenever y'all meet. You meet, come together, have an agenda, and then pick a problem. What's going on in your community? Something tangible. It's called low-hanging fruit. What's something that's right there that's, oh shit, we could fix that right there. Find out what department in the city is responsible for that right there. Go directly to that person. Go to them. Go to the office. Hey, I'm so-and-so. I represent it's 15 people, 15 families. It's our agenda. That's what we about. Our constitution. What we about. Listen, we got this idea that we see you got a budget here. How can we access that budget? Right. And it's you can get access to money and work with government for your particular situation. And you start to see the power in it, and then because you have a constituency of 15, 20 families, politicians are now coming directly to you for your vote, and they want to know they want to know more about you because you represent people signed on, not just you going, I represent so-and-so, not what's going down there, and you represent. Who are you? What organization are you a part of? Are you just somebody? And if you just somebody, I hear you like you just somebody. Now, if you're somebody that represents 15 registered voters, maybe I need to listen to you. So, sir, you just need to fill out these paperwork, and then they'll start to assist you. And that's like local political power. You do that for 4 or 5 years, you'll be going to the governor. Listen, the governor, he'll be doing banquets, and you'll have a special section right over here, and the governor will be like, and I want to just give special attention to. I'll give you a prime example. Big shout out to Robert H. Moore Jr., Game Face. Research it. GAMPHACE. GAMPHACE. Game Face. Gameface.com. Or go to YouTube and Game. That's the best thing to do. Federally registered Schedule 1 marijuana exempt industrial hemp in New Jersey. He's been operating in Passaic, New Jersey since about 2012, 2013. Right? He deals in hemp and cannabis. He grows, transports, he cultivates to study the biomass, the hemp. Biomass is medicinal, but it's also a whole bunch of other things in industry. Chris Christie, in the middle of, I'm going to make weed illegal all across America if I'm president. In the middle of that, he does a a meet and greet in Patterson.
Mhm.
NAACP put it together.
Mhm.
It's like 300-400 people in there. You can find it right on YouTube. Go to YouTube. Go Robert H. Moore Jr., Chris Christie. And in the middle of it, he goes, "Hey, listen, I'm Robert H. Moore Jr., founder, CEO of Game Face, federally registered Schedule 1 marijuana industry in New Jersey. I'm filing runs the whole shit down." Christie looks at him and goes, "And you got all your paperwork?" He said, "Yeah, I got my paperwork right here." He calls an aide over. He said, "Hey, go over to him, get all his information. I would like to meet with you at some point today." My guy goes down to Trenton a couple months later, and with his certificate that he's not licensed, he's registered to operate in the state of New Jersey under this law, and it says marijuana exempt industrial hemp of New Jersey. Christie takes a picture with him like this. You can find that on the website. You can see that on YouTube.
Yeah.
Right. Because he's gone through the proper procedures and put himself in a position to officially address the governor of New Jersey and tell him, although you're running around talking about the legalization, we already know there's a federal law on the books that allows me to. I know it, you know it.
Mhm.
Right. Now it takes some studies, some research, trial and error. It takes some things. But if you operate in your proper person and you are wise and civilized, the government is there for you to take advantage. Trust me when I tell you.
True. True. That's a fact. You know something that I think with the black community, and I think our problem with politics is that we not how you say invested like you could say like other communities are, because I look at the the Asian communities, I look at the Hispanic communities, I look at the Caucasian community, even the Jewish community. They're all at the table because they get a policy, they put it together, they start with their community, grassroots, they put their policies together, and then when they go to the table, they give it to these politicians, and they bills is being passed. Anything that they have a problem with is being passed, and it's helping their communities. Whereas our community is that we just sit there and we just take the crumbs. You know what I mean? Which we shouldn't be taking the crumbs. We should be getting more what we are offered. Just like there was a lot of argument about reparations. Like I get that. That agenda has been pushed since Kanye, since many people have put that up there on the floor. But the thing about reparations, why they not putting it, is because they looking at it like this: we don't have no ownership. Black people got to learn that we need ownership in this country. We need. That's what they're gonna respect us. If we don't have ownership, they just look at us just as a people that we could just throw crumbs to, and they just take it and they'll be happy with that, rather than just looking that we deserve the bigger picture. Because black people, we are a gold mine. At the end of the day, we are a gold mine.
We are the gold mine.
Yeah, we are.
We are the gold.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted, bro. And
Yeah.
they know it.
Mhm.
Everybody knows it.
Yeah.
That whoever black people fucking with, us.
Yeah.
Like, we special, bro. We
Mhm.
real special. We've
Yeah.
been moving this economy, well, since day one, of course, through slavery.
Yeah.
Of course,
Yeah.
but even like through the 90s and the last like 20, 30 years, if we ain't co-signing it, it don't pop off. If we don't say it's hot, it don't pop off.
Yeah.
We like the genie in the bottle.
That's a fact.
We like the genie in the bottle.
Hey, everything you just said is the truth. Whether it's fashion, music, anything, we are basically the go-to for everything in this country. And that's what we missing our point, that we need to basically show the
Got
people
it.
that.
I'm sorry, 1 second, excuse me.
Oh, my bad, big bro.
Yeah, no, I said I just want to let my wife know to record the joint.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like you were saying, big bro, like we are the gold mine. We the gold mine of this country. And I think that when I look at most of the groups, the political groups that's out here right now, like when I look at Black Lives Matter, like my biggest problem with them is that, yes, we could talk about police brutality. That is important. But we also got to come with something else than just police brutality, because We got to deal with economics. We got to deal with education. We got to deal with the family structure. We got to deal with a lot of things besides police brutality, because what people got to understand, we've been dealing with police brutality since slavery and after slavery. So that's nothing new. We have to deal with, listen, we don't have any economics in our community. We got to talk about that. That's an important thing. You know, we don't have any resources to even get in a conversation to argue with these other groups of people because they have resources. When I go in the Hispanic community, their people they're being defended by their own politicians. They have their guys in there. So if gentrification comes in the community and they say, we want to build a mall. The Hispanic community is notified. They know what's going on. They in those town hall meetings. They're talking, and everything is working in their favor. They know that they're gonna have a Spanish restaurant, a Spanish business. Everything's gonna be for their consumer, their community. You know, whereas the Asian community, same thing. But as the Black community, we don't have nobody speaking for us. We're not going to these town hall meetings. And that's the thing. We're not going to these town hall meetings. Like you said, the PTA meetings. Parents need to start going to the PTA meetings and these town hall meetings and knowing what's going on in the community, because when the gentrification comes, you're not going to know about these stores they building, these malls, these sports arenas. You're not going to know about it till it's too late.
When gentrification happens, that's a plan. That's the execution of a plan from 30 years ago.
Yes, it is. It is. It is. Boys in the Hood. You heard it in Boys in the Hood.
We gonna do right. There you go, Boys in the Hood. Build it all out. Watch Boys in the Hood. Larry Fishburne breaks it all down. So, you know, we just got to get, now again, that word we is a funny word.
Yeah.
We ain't always we. You know what I mean? True. Like when we say we, like white people don't think in terms of all white people. They know they got a privilege for the individual self, but they're not like, when we say white leaders, who are they?
We say like the presidents, the business people. A lot of times, like Bill Gates, you could say that's kind of a leader, because whatever thing is Bill Gates or Trump or whoever they have as their spokesperson is like a spokesperson. That's not for.
It's usually the president, military, Congress, senators, mayors, governors, council chambers, army executives,
and lobbyists.
Lobbyists. All right. Our leaders, rappers, basketball players. Like, even if you are someone of, there's some type of like shtick you gotta have with yourself to fucking, you know, really resonate with people. People don't really grasp onto you if you don't come at them a certain way, which is you have to dumb it all the way down for people to really grab on.
Yeah.
And something that Bloomberg said, one of the very few things I agree with Bloomberg on. And I discovered this before he said it. I realized it before he said it, but it's on point. We don't need a revolution.
No.
We need an evolution.
Yes.
We need an evolution, because like I hear people talking anti-government, like always talking against the government.
Yeah.
You need government.
You do. You do need government.
And especially self-government, which is the extension of all government, is how you govern yourself. When you understand your relationship to the outer body politic, you realize how much influence and power you have, and that's where we got to get to, where we start to look at the world like that instead of looking at the world like, you know, you know what I mean? Like, oh man, fuck that shit, man. That shit don't mean nothing. No, we ain't gonna go nowhere. We gotta stop looking at it like that, because you know, we control our own destiny as individuals and as a collective.
Yeah. I agree with you on that, because you know, when I have conversations, you know, with brothers, and like the thing, like you just said, they be like, yo, I don't need, you know, the government. I don't need this. But what they don't understand is while you saying that, other minority groups are expanding and they are going and they're leveling up in this country to the point that they are going and having conversations with these politicians and they're getting what they want. And you gotta stop always complaining about it's not us, it's us not doing what we supposed to be doing. You can't blame the governors or the president or the mayors for what you not doing. You have to be mobilized. Everything that's our problem. We're not mobilized, and we focus on one objective, and we not focus on the whole course. We gotta be focused on the whole course of the topic and the agenda because we got more than one agenda. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I tell people that support Black Lives Matter. I said we got more than one agenda. We got a lot of agendas that we need
That's
to deal
right. Yeah. No, 1,000% with you, bro.
with.
Yeah, it's about, each one reach one. Like, but we
Yes.
we all got to come to the party.
Mhm.
It's an analogy I use, right? When we have these conversations, whatever, and people be talking about what we should do, what we should do. I go, all right. So when it was time for Noah to build the ark, what did he do?
Mm-hmm.
Right? He went to the people. They
Yeah,
laughed at
yeah.
him.
They laughed at him when they laughed at him. They definitely did laugh. Mhm.
God told him, said, listen, go build the ark. If that's the vision you got, I gave you a vision. You got it. Go build the ark. Whoever come. Whoever want to help pick up a hammer, get a saw. You want to get down, get down.
Yeah.
Because the rain is coming.
True.
And whoever helped build the ark is down. And you don't help build the ark, you can't get down.
True.
That's it. It's like that's it. That's all it really is. And you have the power. Don't let nobody tell you what you can't do.
True.
Yeah, it might be hard, it might be difficult, it might be whatever, but you can accomplish whatever comes to your mind, you can accomplish it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But we gotta be real with it. We keep saying, we, us. All right. So when I drive across America and I look for we, who do I see?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Are they really built for what we talking about? Really?
Yeah.
Or are they doing something else?
Yeah.
And most people is doing something else. They talking the game, but they not really about it.
They not. Hey, you know somehow, and this is the thing that America teaches you individualists. They teach you how to be an individualist in this country, and I think a lot of times, our people, we look at it, it's a we thing, and other minority, other groups in this country don't look at it as we. They look at it as individualists. What is it going to do for me and my family? What is it going to do for me? That's why they have this me. America teaches me. It's not about we. And that's the thing that we get lost with.
Where I live, there's a bunch of ducks.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Mr. Farrakhan said something real deep about animals. The idea of an animal being bound to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And how an animal eats is like this.
Yeah.
With the head down. So I'm watching these ducks. And I love feeding the ducks. So I've been feeding these ducks since they was like little ducklings. Since they was like first hatched. I've been feeding them. Right. And if I don't feed them, they'll still go find food, worms, insects, ants. Worms, insects, ants. Worms, insects, ants.
Yeah.
Like this. I come out with the bread and it's like this. Do the knowledge?
Yeah.
You gotta learn to pick our head up.
Head up, yes.
Because the blessings is steady coming.
Yeah.
And we don't even realize it because we walking around like
with our head down. That's true.
Even the animals know.
Hack, what you saying is true. We got an inferior complex, and we need to stop having that and stop walking around with our head down and start walking it up because, like you said, the blessings are still coming for us. We just don't want to look at it as that way, but the blessings are still coming for us. The problem is we gotta stop having a defeatist victim mindset and start having a mindset of that we are worth something and that things is coming our way. We not looking at it as we are winners in the situation because a lot of times we are given wins, but we just don't know when to take those wins. You gonna see what I'm saying?
Peep the sign. Oh, you got this other thing. Oh, you just nailed it.
Yeah.
The biggest part about winning is realizing when you won.
Yeah.
Right. So, to that point, I don't know if you watched the impeachment hearings.
Yeah, I watched it.
Hakeem Jeffries, Val Demings, Cory Booker,
Yeah.
Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
They did their thing, bro.
Yeah.
They did it, and like
they was.
You just watch Cory Booker now. Like there's certain things about his politics I don't get with. He was in North, I would Raz.
Yeah.
Now the senator there, right? Yeah. Raz is the mayor, Cory's the senator.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So it's like I'm watching him and he's my cousin.
Mm-hmm.
He's a distant cousin.
Yeah.
So I'm watching him. I guess there's a lot of things I don't but on this President Trump shit, he's doing his thing.
Yeah.
James Clyburn, he just revealed, this nigga just exposed there's a big scandal somewhere in the White House. Mm-hmm. Like our black elected officials, come on, Sister Congresswoman from Compton, from Cali.
Maxine Waters.
Maxine Waters.
Yeah.
Maxine be doing her thing.
Yeah, she do.
She's doing her thing, right? Stacey Abrams is powerful.
Yeah.
Like there's AOC, she not us, but her politics is us.
Us, yeah.
Right? Rashida Tlaib, the whole there's a group of black politicians that's directly connected to black people.
Yes.
Right. So we have to activate them. Mm-hmm. And we really in a good position because Kamala's gonna be the VP.
Yeah.
Biden comes up under Barack. So the body politic that made Barack and Biden, he has an obligation to that body politic.
Yeah.
Right? And then there's the other people, the Clyburns that fucking endorsed them, the Stacey Abrams who been killing Georgia, who all these. But if we on the local level get engaged, woo, like we can make some things happen, and there's people in the place to cut the check. That's the thing. We got the House. Hopefully we can. Excuse me.
Senate.
The Democrats got the House. They can get the Senate and the presidency.
Yeah.
We can make a push. You talk about reparations.
Yeah.
There's been a real study on reparations by Conyers and now Barbara Lee Jackson from Texas, who's still in the mix. I haven't gotten deep into it. I don't want to say whether it's fugazi or whether it's real. I don't want to get into all that. I see that there's serious people in position, in power, that's talking about reparations. You want to put the people in position. So maybe we're not. Dude, reparations was a real conversation during the presidential campaign this year.
It was.
Imagine what it's going to be in 4 years if we stay on our job.
True. I think. Like you were saying, reparations, was very talked about this year. Because reparations been brought up many times, but we never really wanted to have a conversation about it. And now we finally, like you said, having a conversation about reparations now 2020 and even last year, that is now bringing attention to, policy. They trying to push it as policy. I hope we do get reparations, but I just hope, what I'm saying, I hope it happens because we do need something. What I'm saying? I do believe we do need something, because we control the economic system.
We need something,
Yeah,
right? But it's ours anyway.
it is. It is.
Okay. So it's like we're not gonna be given reparations.
No,
We're gonna take reparations.
of course.
And that's how we have to look at it. Like we have to take it. We have to. Jalen Rose, I said earlier about Jalen Rose. He said he looks at it like football, and you might be losing in the game of football, but you're still fighting for better field position.
True.
Right.
True.
We want to create a dynamic where it gets a little easier, if not for us, our children after.
True. True.
Right. We want to just create the playing field that's like, okay, this person may not be for everything I want, but as the body politic grows, I know we can bring them over. Like they'll come over to our side.
Yeah.
Once we force them to, as opposed to somebody who's going to say, no, I just lock y'all niggas up. I lock y'all up. I'll send the Proud Boys in. I'll start no, I'm not with none of that shit. He told us he's dismantling critical race theory. He's not with none of that.
He said he and you know how when I listened to his interview, right, with Carl Bernstein, like he said that, Black Lives Matter, he said racism, all that is not, that's just people crying. He said people's crying out, victimhood, and all type of stuff. So he basically telling you that he doesn't care about none of that stuff. Like that's not important now. Yeah.
Flying. So listen, I got rhymes, bro. I don't know if you got more questions, but I got rhymes.
Oh yeah, we could go.
All right. Since niggas like jewels, I'ma drop a jewel. Jews make the money, niggas make like fools. The blind lead the blind, we all blinded by the shine. Bad boys die like Biggie, you'll go to jail like Shine. I ain't got to diss Ye. Ye dissed himself, supporting Donald Trump like he ain't got knowledge of himself. Knowledge is wealth, but I keep that thing up on the shelf. Jacob make you freeze, but the feds will make you melt. Everybody want the belt. Who want the crown in New York? Everybody sound like Atlanta. The world is clowning New York. They call me Negus the most high. My niggas be the most highs. We stay burning bush like Mount Sinai. Soldiers don't die. Gangsters don't cry. But when rappers get killed, they go to the place where people lie. 85 uncivilized, 10% capitalized. Father, others realize hip-hop is in disguise. Part hustler, part drag queen, the way we pimp the black queen, the rap game full of bitches like a King magazine. Clips and magazines will make your caddy lean. That shit your father sniff will make your daddy lean. Katrina's act of God left niggas out to rob, and a deep Howley Lynch be rolling like the mob. You gotta get about that fog and put down that blunt. Protect what is yours and take what you want. Nowadays, niggas don't want the real hip hop. They rather hear that shit meant to kill hip hop. Who deal around the clock, who ill with the Glock. 10 years done passed and you still on the block? You still selling rocks, serving fiends, now stop. You worse than a snitch, nigga, you dealing for the cops. Niggas lay traps and scream trap or die like all we got is that, or we can stay black and die or relax with the lie, but the facts won't lie. Another rapper die, everybody acts wild. Take some chump change, get yourself a chump chain, go juice some little crew, have them pump cane, or you can G off with the rap, but you gotta master that. Don't try to drop no science, you better off pumping crack.
That's Jules right there. That's Jules right there, huh?
Respect.
And like you were saying, all this right now, it depends on the people really taking it seriously. You know what I'm saying? Like when I saw Trump getting elected, in 2016, prisons went up. You know what I'm saying? The prison stocks went up. Everything that that's not to help us. And people talk about stimulus checks. That's another thing. The stimulus. What did the stimulus check do? For us, nothing. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. Like and
1,200, 600. That don't do nothing. Like that's nothing.
That's nothing. And like and how what's crazy that when I heard the people talk about stimulus checks and all this, and then I'm hearing that when this COVID thing is over with, They're already predicting that black and brown people will go homeless after this. So they're already telling us what they already have the predictions, and the people that may have lost their jobs are going to go homeless after this, and they don't have nothing to help the people that's going to go homeless. But we talking about stimulus check. That doesn't make any sense. But I mean, like we was just saying, people throw you crumbs and rations of that.
Mhm.
You become, how you say, accepting of those type of things being thrown at you.
Yeah, I gotta dig deeper into the Biden plan. You know,
Mm-hmm.
what Biden is proposing. I know when he was at the town hall, he talked a real good game. He was spitting in bars. He said a lot of great things, and he was clear-minded, articulate, to the point. It made sense, and he talked about investment in the African American community,
Mm-hmm.
or pouring money, business, venture, whatever. I don't know how that rolls out. I don't know how we access that money. I would
Yeah.
I would think that city government, local government would know how to access the programs that's supposed to be rolled out. Those programs have to be paid for. He talked about his taxes. He talked about taxes. Like anybody making under $400,000, the taxes are not going to go up. Most of the people I know are not making $400,000 a year. I know quite a few people who are, but most of the people like on the grassroots level, we're not seeing $400,000 a year. So that tax burden that they're talking about is for rich people who have been killing it for the last.
Yeah, the 1%.
The 1%. Yeah, it's time for them to pitch in a little more. And but there's ways of even lightening your tax burden with write-offs. There's all types of things that if you got if you paid an accountant to do your stuff right and you're on it, it's not as high as what people are, like 50 said. The tax rate can go up to 60%, and no, it's not for most people. No, it's not. But like when you look at like the Amazons and you look at the WalMarts and you look at this, all that shit, like they could be chipping in a whole hell of a lot more. And if they did, we could pay for a lot of stuff. And not, it's a matter of them paying for it, but then knowing how you have to organize yourself to actually receive it. Because it's not going to be like they're going to be giving people money. Outside of stimulus checks, it's not like you're going to go walk up and they're going to write you a $250,000 check like here. This is for you. It work like that. But if you have a plan, a business, you can probably get funding and pay yourself within the funding and make it work for you. But again, that's getting yourself organized. So like a lot of times we have these conversations, like you probably have a company, an LLC, right? Setting up an LLC, like doing that, setting up a nonprofit. There's a lot of that, a lot of those things that we should be doing, and then coming together to organize those bigger steps.
True.
And I don't know if the Democrats, like I said, they talk a good game. It seemed like the chips are lined up for us to get something. What can we get? Let's see. Like actually see though. Let's see. Like go to Joe Biden's plan for Black people. It's called the Lift Every Voice plan. Go see what they're talking about.
You know something, like how when I look at Trump, right? He just reminds me of like many other conservative presidents, like the Nixons before him, the Reagans. And the thing is that he's for the rich, you know what I'm saying? But he's more of he used dog whistle politics, and he basically take those dog whistle politics and those talking points. They're like what Reagan did in the 80s, where he basically didn't care about what happened with the Black community. And then until Bush came, he didn't do that much either. But when Reagan was in office, he only catered to the wealthy, to the 1%.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing that Trump does. He used the dog whistle politics, and he basically caters for the 1%.
Now, you know about Nixon.
Yeah.
Same way.
Yeah. Same thing with Nixon.
Same way. Like the war on drugs actually started with Nixon.
Yeah.
Right? And it was specifically to target Blacks and hippies.
Yeah.
The Black Power movement, the Black Panther Party, the BLA, all these, Black Power movements that were coming together. He said, you know what? We just destroyed them with drugs.
That's fact.
and then you see the whole culture change to accommodate what Nixon really set in motion, and then it picks up with Reagan with the crack era, with Reagan and Bush. Yeah, so there's a guy, Roy Cohn. Are you familiar with him?
Yeah, the lawyer. Yeah, I know him. He was with John McCarthy. He was like a lawyer for McCarthy and all that, and he started off becoming a mob lawyer and everything. Yeah, he's a piece of work.
You know, he kind of mentored Trump.
Yeah, he did. He did.
He mentored Trump, right?
He did.
So, you know, to your point about Trump, when you know who he is and what he represents, right? I would suggest everybody read up on Roy Cohn, Cohn or Coen.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, either one. And when you find out who he is and how much power he wields and what his political ideologies and philosophies are, you see exactly who Trump is.
Yeah.
So Roy Cohn, if people familiar with the McCarthy era when Joseph McCarthy was a senator, was going around accusing people of being communists, was called the Red Scare. He ruined people's careers with accusations, just pointing the finger.
Yeah.
And that's when you see Trump gets a lot of that shit from Roy Cohn. It's actually a technique. You point the finger.
Yeah.
Roger Stone is another Roy Cohn guy under Nixon.
Yeah.
Roger Stone got Nixon tattooed on his back.
Yeah.
So, like when you see the through line and you understand who these people are, the Steve Bannons of the world, all them, you're able to see exactly what they're about, and you go, you know what? We can't ever really fuck with them.
Yeah.
Like really, you can't fuck with them.
Yeah. You know something, Hawk? I think a lot of people, you know, when I hear a lot of people talk about, because I had an argument the other night with a dude. He was a Trump supporter, and like everything he was saying was like it was just talking points he done heard from Trump or what he just saw on YouTube, or basically heard from like conservative talk radio or conservative, you know, shows. And I say to myself, a lot of people became Republicans because they saw a guy that they saw on TV, Apprentice, or they might have heard their favorite rapper talk about him, and they say, "Oh, I want to be like Donald Trump." You know what I mean? Because he talks about success. You know what I'm saying? So he was praised for his success. But if they really go deep and they look at him, he didn't allow black people to live in his buildings. You know what I'm saying? Unless you had money, and even if you had money, he still didn't want you in his buildings. You know what I'm saying? So you couldn't mingle with him or the people that was he around. And if you look at Fred Trump, who was a Klans member, who did get arrested at a neo-Nazi march
in Queens.
In the 40s. It was in Queens in the 40s. You know, and everything people saying about Trump, they need to do their homework and stop just because you like him because you've seen him on TV and what you hear. I mean, what people got to understand is selling points. He's a marketer and he's selling his product, which is him as a president. He's the product. So he's selling to people talking points that'll make you believe that he cares about, oh yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to cut. But that's the game that people don't understand. That's the game that he's selling you. That's not true facts.
That's right.
None of that I'm saying is true facts. It's all about lies.
No, 1,000%. Once you have money to fund a movement, you can always tell when somebody got some money.
Yeah.
Or when a movement is being funded, or if you're able to connect the dots, like I said, you can see the through line on. It just started 5-6 years ago when they've been working on Trump for 20-30 years.
Yeah.
They've been building him for 20-30 years to be able to put him in a position to play a certain role. And if you listen to him throughout his history, he's giving you clues that he was going to run for president. He said that a long time ago. It was nothing but a joke. Ha, ha, ha.
Yeah, you said that for many years.
If you listen to him, he'll tell you the truth. He'll say something outlandish, and that's the truth that he's going to tell. All the other shit that's not outlandish, he's lying.
Yeah.
The outlandish shit he says, that's when he's telling you the truth. Right. So anyway, like I don't understand how anybody could think to really, from our side, from our people, sit at the table with this dude on no real shit. Like you see the Kanye, the Browns, the Steve Harveys, Like
Ice Cube recently.
Ice Cube. You know, it's like to know who he is. Ice Cube made a song 2 years ago called "Arrest the President,"
Yeah,
talking about Donald Trump.
yeah, that's
going
crazy.
going in
Yeah,
on Donald Trump. Like I was kind of tight because I got the song "Dump Trump."
yeah,
Dump Trump. Got to join Dump Trump with my son.
yeah.
And then Ice Cube shit came out. I was like, oh well, that's that. I mean, that Ice Cube, you know, if somebody's gonna do a Dump Trump movement,
Yeah.
Ice Cube is the face of that. He's just so I get it where I fit in. You know what I mean?
Hey, you know one thing I remember you said this too, because we talk about not to get off this topic, but I remember you saying this when the thing about the hip hop rappers, right? And you was talking about like the cop, like the one in Jersey, the great dude that he was talking about you, and I what you saying is absolutely true. That even in the music industry is getting, you know how you say, corrupted. That you now is having people that are police, anything, performance, whatever they all becoming rappers now, and the game is becoming saturated. That's just like the political game, and these was predicted years and years ago, just like Trump was predicted, the cop rapper was predicted. All these things are predicted, you know, and it's sad to say people just don't. They don't. I wouldn't say they're sheep minded, but it's that we are so blinded by so much things that they put out there that we are still stuck in that matrix. I think, and there's a lot of times that we don't see what is being put out there in these movies or in these shows or whatever we watching or hearing. These are being put out there 20, 30, 40 years ago.
Yeah. Yo, big shout out to Gat the Great.
Yeah, shout out them. Shout out them.
Him. He put out the joint going in on me. So I did an interview, I think, somewhere, and I had talked about just what you said. Like we have to be careful, like when we project certain messages, especially as law enforcement, because as law enforcement, you literally represent the law.
Yeah,
like represent a code. That's a code of ethic. That's you take an oath. You swear to uphold a certain ethic, right? That unfortunately, in my opinion, that curtails your public life because publicly people need to see you and relate to you and not be afraid of you. People need to be able to trust you. People need to be able to, you're hired by the people. So at the same time, you're making content that's threatening to the people. It's threatening. And when we do that, that eats away the fabric of society because now society can't trust you. I don't know who you are. And you have a license to kill people.
True.
You have the power of life and death on your hip. So it's like, so much is given, much is required. You have a greater responsibility than just the average citizen because you're hired to protect people, the citizenry of whatever township, state that pays your salary.
True.
So I talked about that, and he got offended and dissed me.
Yeah.
And the thing is, he ain't got no work, so it's like, wasn't no use. Like, he can't fuck with me, nigga. You got no bars for me, son. The only bars you got for me if you fucking racial profile me while I'm going through your district. And even that, I know some of your bosses, so chill, money. Like family members, bro. Like, and that's what we should be. We should be family members.
True.
Especially when it's the people paying your salary. Like you should be treating the community as your family. And it's difficult to make music and content. I know it's just art, it's just rapping, it's just spit bars. I get it. Like I get it. I'm not, but I could be threatened right now. I could really feel like, I got a guy running around talking about he's gonna shoot me.
Yeah.
He's a cop, law enforcement. He run around making videos threatening me.
Mm-hmm.
But he ain't got no. But this is like that happened years ago. That's like something that's not like no new shit. It ain't. It's not even
Yeah.
that deep. Ain't even that big. I wish him well. I wish him the
Yeah.
best with his career. You ain't got no work for me though, son. I mean,
Yeah.
nah.
Hey, I want to ask you. So, like, with the era we living in, right? How you feel about the messaging, like in the movies and like in television? Like I know when we watch a lot of the shows, like dealing with our people, it's the same old message. The hood movies. If it's not the hood movies, it's the
Made
they
movies.
got the it's the maid movies, the slave movies, the horror black movies, but there's no type of movies that's like how you say out dealing with our history, dealing in a positive level. And like when you even watch the TV shows, there's not a positive show that you could say that's not hood oriented. And not to say it's no knock to the hood, you know what I'm saying? But it's to say that you come from an era where you had shows like the Cosby shows and other shows, Fresh Prince or whatever it was on TV that had positive messages. And then when you watch these shows today, there's not a show that has any message. That mostly there's fathers' homes, and it's just black mothers, and then the message they putting out there is not to show us in a good depiction. So I want to get your opinion on that.
Um, I try to really filter what I let in.
Yeah,
Filter it in. So I don't. I watch my diet of sports or whatever,
yeah, I do the same thing too. I do the
and
same.
and then I watch pretty much news channels.
Yeah,
Me and the wife will watch some movies every once in a while, but
yeah,
documentaries or what have you.
yeah,
I don't know what's going on like on the mainstream
yeah.
thread like that. But what I will say is that is a old concept. I forget who said it first, but when the mind is open to new ideas, it never returns to its original dimensions.
True, true,
Right. So once you've been introduced to something, you can't go from being back to being unintroduced.
true.
Whether you accept it or not, you have to add it to your consciousness, add it to your awareness. It becomes a part of your awareness, right? And
True.
that's positive and negative. And then what they do is, they keep feeding us the negative vibration, and they get us stuck here where we're not even venturing out to expand our mind, expand our consciousness. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So, TV is a fucking hell of a drug. That's the whole concept of Channel Live was around the TV, how TV was enslaving us. Station Identification was the name of the album that was all about, in order for you to know where you're going, you got to know where you're at. What's
yeah,
your station in life? What's your station identification? We're being aware. We call it woke now. Being aware, being conscious. That was the whole idea behind station. So TV, flipping channels,
yeah.
broadcasting different signals, going to different places. We have to do that. And then,
Yeah,
like, the great thing about technology is that it does enable us to just go ahead and do what we do, right?
yeah,
It limits the quote unquote production value depending on how you approach, how you know how to flip your shit.
true.
However, you can tell a story that's gritty as hell. It ain't the best cut, edited, woo, 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 but the story's so compelling, draws people in. You build a fan base. We just have to
Yeah,
do it like Noah's Ark. Like we just do it and present it, and then it's gonna build because the next generation, like y'all, you're younger than me, the people younger than you, right?
yeah,
As much as we look at them like, oh my God, like they're doing some magnificent shit right now. Like
yeah.
these younger generation, they're changing society in a
They
real
are,
way.
they are.
They are
Yeah,
like, whether you agree with everything about it is not, that's whatever.
yeah,
But
yeah,
the beautiful thing is that beyond, race, gender identity, like there's a lot of coalition building that they're doing from being at these rallies, these protests. That's why I love all that shit,
yeah,
B. Even if shit got to get burnt
yeah,
down, I'm not encouraging people to destroy property, mind you, not doing that.
yeah,
I'm not saying that.
yeah,
But, hey, man, you fronting on the people for so long, which fuck you think?
People
Like,
getting tired.
eventually it's gonna burn.
Yeah.
Like, eventually it's gonna burn. So that's a part of it. So I'm not mad at that. But the special thing is to see just all of the work that's being done by younger people. That shit's beautiful. I'm inspired. I'm optimistic. I think that, like I said, if we can get Biden, Kamala in there, and the structure of the Democratic Party gets aligned, there's so much grassroots activity going on, man. It's got a lot of blessings that's coming our way, bro. We can just, buckle up.
Yeah, we just got to go out there and, like you said, we got to go out there and vote. I've been watching, because I just started back watching a lot of politics, because I was a staunch MSNBC, CNN, I watched all that. So now I'm going back to watching it again, and I'm watching what's going on and seeing the race. Like what we was just talking about, Trump is not really winning in these states, the states that's really he needs to win, those red states, those states that he won. You know what I'm saying? And like those states are leaning states because they can go red and they could go blue.
Texas, Texas.
Yeah, Texas. Yeah,
Yo,
Texas.
they said early voting in Texas started last week.
Last week, yeah.
2 million more people, probably is more than that now, but 2 million more people early voted in Texas than voted in the entire 2016 election.
Yeah.
2 million more. Like, you take how many people voted in the 2016 election in Texas?
Yeah.
2 million more people early voted. It's still 2 more weeks to go, bro.
Yeah.
It's still 2 more weeks to go in Texas. Niggas out of here, bro.
Yeah. I you know how I see it. At first, I didn't see it, but then when I started watching the polls, and I started seeing yesterday when I watched it, South Carolina, North Carolina, a lot of other states that I saw, like he needs to win. He's losing in a lot of them states. Like, because like you said, like you was just saying, Jersey is not an important state. New York, Philly, those states are not. Cali. Yeah, those are not important states. The states that he needs is the Iowas. He needs the Texas. He needs the Carolinas, Florida. He needs a lot of those states.
He needs Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania, yeah.
Nigga Trump went to Erie, Pennsylvania the other day and said, he goes, yeah, I really need you to go out and vote because if I didn't need to be here, I wasn't coming to Erie, Pennsylvania. Like, if I did, he said to him, he's in front of thousands of people in Erie, Pennsylvania. If I need to be here, I wouldn't be here, right? So y'all know what to do.
Yeah.
It's not a good look right there.
Yeah.
He's behind in Michigan.
Yeah, he is.
Where they were plotting to kidnap the governor.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. And I was just watching. They was trying to kidnap Kamala and Biden. They just locked somebody up yesterday. I was watching on they was CNN. So yeah.
They're not letting that. It's not happening, bro.
Yeah.
It's not happening. I'm not gonna say people not gonna try. I think people they're gonna try.
Yeah.
And they're gonna pop shit off.
Yeah.
But it's about to be a shift in the chessboard.
Yeah. You can see it. You can see the shift. You can definitely see the shift. And like these are the countries that Obama won, that you seeing that's leaning to Biden. These are the countries, these are the same states that Clinton won, and it's the same states that Trump won. So like I tell people, like anytime you see those states shift red to blue, that means they're gonna turn back blue now. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna turn back blue. It's not turning red no more.
And how Trump is hurting his own case, how he's hurting himself. He's going around the country getting everybody infected.
Yeah.
So more and more people get sick and gotta go to the hospital. They're gonna be like, yo, why are we fucking with this guy?
Yeah.
This is how he left us.
Hey, Hawk, he went to Miami. Look, he went to Miami and had a rally just days after they said he had COVID, you know, and then he went there with, you know, to the rally. You know,
But
that's
even
crazy.
like he's bringing out thousands of people who don't have masks on.
Yeah,
Somebody is bound to have COVID.
yeah, yeah.
And then as people get sick, got to be hospitalized. Some people, more people lose their life, unfortunately, go through what they go through because the shit is real.
Yeah.
It's going to be like, yo, this dude is the cause of more misery. Just as more and more people die, and we see the numbers pile up, there's no way he can pull this off.
Hey, that's what I had to argue.
If he pull this off, the Russians is on the corner by January.
Yeah. But you know, I had a conversation yesterday, and I was arguing about this because, you know, a lot of times, a lot of people, they talk his talking points, but don't come with facts. And I try to tell people, like, your votes, if you're not from these swing states, your votes is not going to matter. Being in a big major city, your votes is not going to matter if you're not in a swing state.
It does matter because we need it to be overwhelming. But like Biden's gonna win New Jersey. There's a certain amount of delegates that come from there. He's gonna win New York. There's already a predetermined amount of delegates that come from there. It's not based on the popular vote. It's based on the electors, right? But as Biden wins these states overwhelmingly, it's harder for the delegates to switch. It's because like Hillary won the popular vote,
but she didn't win the electoral college.
But she needed key states to flip.
Yeah.
Right? Because she knew she'd win the popular vote.
Yeah.
But I'm only going to get a certain amount of electorate. So I got to go to states that are on the border, and I got to sell my ass. I got to make promises I'm probably not going to keep. But I got to go in there and energize people. Now, when you consider she lost Michigan, was one of the states she needed. She lost Michigan. Well, you got the Clinton Foundation. I don't know exactly what Hillary Clinton is doing in regards to Flint, Michigan, with the water situation. But if you came in there and fixed the fucking water, you get your billionaire funders, your billionaire donors, you come in there and actually fix the fucking water, you're going to have Michigan in a headlock. But since pussyfoot and play politics and was like, whatever, well, niggas ain't come out.
They didn't come out. No, they didn't come out. And she needed Florida too, Hawk. She needed Florida, and she didn't get Florida.
It was going to be hard for her to get Florida because, like,
it was.
You got Cubans. You got the Cubans out here are just very conservative, very Republican. They don't drift off, as a large community. And then everybody else is just either very, very rich and Jewish or very, very white and redneck. Not everybody. I don't want these things. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
I know.
You know what I mean? So, the blue thing is like, Broward, Dade is blue. That's where, like liberals mix. It's like kind of progressive kind of feel. Miami is Dade. So you got African Americans, you got Haitians, you got, other Spanish people. You got more progressive. So that's blue. But when you get outside of that,
like Tampa, it's
Tampa, Duval County, Jacksonville. But outside of that, dude, it's red. It's red. Like Confederate flags.
Yeah.
I see that shit here. I'm driving around. You see it go down?
Yeah.
Where my mom lived, her neighbors got the shit in their garage and shit. Lift the garage up, the big Confederate flag. Trump, when he went to go speak the other day, was right down the street from my house and shit.
Damn.
And she's like, she's in the mix. Like, damn, maybe I need to go back to Newark. I need to go back and talk, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, it's done. He out.
Yeah.
He out. Crazy. Coronavirus don't damage too many lives.
Yeah.
Cover for that.
And I think why the people is mad with him because a lot of people died from COVID. He didn't get on top of it, and he allowed it to get the way it was when he had information about this before it even happened. So he didn't get on top of it.
Now you need to talk about that right there. That he had information. Because Barack Obama had created the Office of Pandemics.
Yes.
Funded in coordination with the CDC.
Yes.
There was a whole plan of action on how to deal with infectious airborne diseases. From PPE, it was already there. Trump comes in, scuttles everything, or he got rid of it.
Yeah.
Left us unprepared. There was a congressional hearing with the CDC in March where the whistleblower spills everything. So it's little things like that. Organization, government, having a government thinking about the welfare of the people to know, listen, we better come up with a plan of action that's going to address these infectious diseases or we're going to be fucked up. Barack Obama and the Democrats did it. Donald Trump and the Republicans fumbled the ball.
Yeah, they did. They did. They did. And that's what's going to cost them the election in November because they fumbled the ball, you know.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. And that's what happened to them. Like when Obama had his second term, they fumbled the ball in. They came in there beating their chest. And then that's how Obama was able to beat them. And then the Democrats were able to take seats. And the Democrats are going to take the seats again. They're going to have control of the House and probably the Senate again. You know what I mean? They're going to have control of it again. You know, basically because the Republicans have not been. That's why Trump is trying to get the judge in there before the Democrats, because he know they're going to take the House and they're going to take the Senate. So he trying to get his people in there before they have a problem with that, so they don't filibuster and then they have a problem that they can't get her in the seat. So he trying to do that quickly while he still got power.
Now it's crazy that people want to sit down with him at all, like seeing what he's about in real time, like you just explained it. Why would you want to sit down with him? Why would anybody want to?
I think because me personally, I don't think they should sit with them, but I think a lot of times they think that they have so much, they don't want to put the eggs in a basket. They feel like the Democrat Party, in their opinion, failed them, and they feel like Trump may help them. But at the end of the day, you got to understand, this is like we was just talking about. Politics don't work like what they think it works like. You know what I'm saying? It's not basically the president's going to do what you think he's going to do. He has to work on policy, bills, and the economy. You know what I'm saying? Now, the local politicians, you have to deal with the local politicians. You got to deal with the senators, the congressmen. Those are who you need to be sitting down with and talking this with. Like that's who you need to deal with. Not deal with Trump, because Trump, he not going to care about that. Kanye, I was watching Kanye when he went up there, and I think it was when Jim Brown and him was up there, and he was talking about, we need to free Larry Hoover, we need to free this person. And Trump looking like, who? Like, what? Because it didn't resonate to Trump. He didn't care about that because it's not his agenda. His agenda is to deal with bills, the help the 1%, and basically the policies. That's it. That's it. The economy. That's it. It's not what
he'll give Kanye a crumb.
Yeah.
He'll give Ice Cube a crumb.
That's a fact.
He'll give this one a crumb. He not gonna even give us a crumb.
No.
We not gonna get a crumb.
No.
They're gonna get a crumb.
Yeah.
In order for us to get a crumb, we gotta sit down with these senators, congressmen, congresswomen. Yeah, that's how we get ours. Fucking with them. Yeah. This shit over here is just a 52 fake out.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate. It's sad.
Yeah.
That it's the 11th hour.
Yeah.
Why now? Why not 4 years ago? 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And then it would have, you go around the country.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, man.
Hey, Hawk, I had an argument yesterday too, right, Hawk? And we was talking about prison reform, right? And I said, Obama brought that before Trump brought that to the table, and he got gridlocked. They did not pass that bill when Obama was in office. You know what I'm saying? So when people talk about, oh, he brought prison reform. No, Obama was the first one talking about prison reform for non-violent drug offenders and was pushing that since he was in presidency.
Yeah.
And what happened was the Republicans kept gridlocking it, kept not wanting it to pass the bill, and that's why that bill was never passed. It got passed through Trump because Trump was a Republican, the Republicans were in power, and all they did was take the same policy that Obama had and basically put it, Trump rewrote it and made it his own policy. But it was Obama's policy. It was everything that Obama did, before him.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
That's what they do. And I'll be honest with you, like, I had to have a wake-up call because I was caught up in the conspiracy theory world. I was caught up in the, just that whole Alex Jones.
Yeah.
My boy Davey D, journalist from out on the West Coast, he was like, yo, bro, like, what you doing? You don't fuck with that dude. He's a racist. I'm like, nice, because he's talking about, the deep state and the Illuminati and the, and I'm not really understanding. He's like, nah, man, that's just a hustle for him to get with these sovereign dudes, these government white boys, because they're mad that we are actually progressing in society.
Yeah.
As our
just sorry for cutting you off, but Hawk, what you saying right there about Alex Jones, all the conspiracy types, and when I hear a lot of black people start talking, I always tell them, like, you reading the Drudge Report, you watching Alex Jones, you taking all the conspiracy, because I was deep. I used to watch Alex Jones a lot back when he was doing his thing, and I would agree with it. I was like, wait a minute, Obama got the new Black Panther Party, all this stuff that he was talking about, and then when you look at it, it has a racist undertone to it. It may sound like they are for you, but then when you start watching who are behind them and you start seeing the David Duke types on there, you start seeing other neo-Nazis or white supremacists on there, and they talk the points, and you start saying, wait a minute, they only on there because they might agree with a black person, because they might have they gripe against Israel or whatever the conversation is about. But then when you start hearing them and start hearing they talking points, they got problems with us too. So it's like it's not like when I see people like try to conversate and say, "Oh, I'm about conspiracy," and I say, "Listen, you taking a talking point from a white supremacist that's basically is pushing the same agenda, but he's pushing an agenda that's also against you." So that's the thing that gets us mind fucked. See, we mind fucked by that shit because we thinking that this is the true shit. We learning the truth. We get out the matrix, but it's they keeping us blinded by not seeing the undertone that is racism under that.
Right. So off on a tangent, but I'm gonna bring it back home.
Mm-hmm.
So you know about the Iroquois, the 6-tribe confederacy of the Iroquois Nation?
Yeah.
And you know that they're the ones who taught the white boys the system of government.
Yeah.
Right. So if you research Thomas Jefferson, Thomas Jefferson, Benjamin Franklin, Adams, they all say that they learned the whole idea of representative form of government, judicial, legislative, executive, from Native Americans that were here. They had the elders, the older people, was the Supreme Court, the judges, the wisdom. You had a tribe, you had an executive branch or chief of all of them, but then you had a representative group from each of the different tribes. It was 6 different tribes had a representative. So it was and then they would work as a confederate nation or a confederacy, or group of states, individual states working together. Right. So the white boys is coming over from England, really blind, deaf, and dumb. Thieves, fucking, what have you? You know what I mean? Like they know monarchy, they know fascism, they know feudalism, they know that's what they know. When they get over here, they learn a new form of government.
True.
Which the original man taught them.
Yes, that's a fact.
Okay. So this system of government is our government.
Facts.
So we don't need to change it. We don't need to revolt against it. We need to take it back by engaging with it because it really belongs to us. So we have our people look at the government as the oppressor, right? And to some degree, yes. But again, government is really just an extension of self-government. And just like there's time for policy, it's time to bust your gun.
Yeah, it is.
But you gotta be built to bust your gun before you start busting your gun. So busting your gun, and you ain't built to bust your gun, you fucked up. You're in the corner.
Facts.
So you need to lean on diplomacy and policy. And that's what we gotta. And you totally on point. You know, you see it, you get it.
Yeah.
Is, getting everybody else to see it, and they're getting it. That is the thing.
Yeah, they're slowly getting it. They're slowly getting it, but it's going to take time. It's going to take time for people to start realizing it, because, like we just said, like we was just talking about, like conspiracy theories, like a lot of people. I've seen a lot of people now that was conspiracy theorists like 5-10 years ago are now like, nah, fuck that shit. That's propaganda with a racist agenda under it. When you start listening to these people, you start seeing the people that's following. A lot of these people are low key white supremacists. That's Aryan Brotherhood, neo-Nazis, KKK guys that say, "Oh yeah, we're for you," but we're really not for you when it's time for race politics.
Right.
And that's the problem.
When Alex Jones played his hand for me with Trayvon Martin when he came out. George Zimmerman, when you're a fucking, nigga, what you talking about? He stalked the little boy. Like, he stalked him. He didn't.
Yep.
There's no interaction without George Zimmerman stalking him. We have a record of it. It's called it. Like, anything after you stalk him is, nigga, you were wrong. You in the wrong. So that's just there's no other side to that. And when he took the other side, he's defending him. Nigga, what the fuck is you talking about? Grown ass man and a teenager, and you got the firearm. You know you have the firearm. You got the upper hand. You stalked him. Period. So when Alex Jones came out, defending George Zimmerman, I was like, okay, there it is. My boy Davey D was right. I should have listened. These niggas is racist. What the fuck am I doing? Yeah. And then certain practical things that happened in government while Obama was there made me realize, to a greater degree, Democrats have our interest at hand.
Yeah.
They just do.
I think because like, if you really look at it right now, like, I don't think they would ever push the whole prison reform thing like how they pushing it now, is because they want to prove that Obama ain't did nothing. But what people don't look at it, Obama did do things, but they just don't look at what he did. You know what I'm saying? And I understand. We look at it, he didn't do nothing for black people. He couldn't do anything when his hands was tied. You know what I'm saying? Like, his hands was tied this whole time. In the presidency, they had his hands tied. They said, you're not going to do nothing. We're not going to pass no bills. We're not going to pass no policies. We're going to stop all of that because we're going to make sure that you, in their opinion, is the worst president. That's the way they wanted to make it.
I got a rhyme about it.
Yeah. You can spit it.
My vision ain't blurry. I read it like a Kindle. Obama's at the wheel and he whipping it like a rental. That nigga's a Mac. They put him there to pimp you, trying to fuck us from behind, but that's not what I'm into. Martin had a dream. Muhammad had a scheme. Supreme's got a plan that involves a triple beam. Go recruit a team, turn the world to fiends. You can't make it off the block caught with coke in your seams. Life's a marathon, y'all treat it like a sprint. What y'all gonna say when China asks for the rent? What goes up? Chickens home to roost. Barack got us hanging like Bishop on the juice. I'm so controversial. Labels don't touch it, but I spit it for the people. Oh, shit. I forgot the rest. I forgot the rest. Anyway, yeah. So that's from a song I got called Conspiracy Theory. That was a conspiracy theory. But after 8 years of Obama, looking back, and you see all the little things that he put in place, he was dope, bro.
Yeah, he was. He
He was
was.
dope. He was
He
dope.
was.
He was dope. You know, considering they came out and said, we're not going to help, like the Republicans, like you said, they're going to stonewall everything. They're going to filibuster. They announced it. We're not working with him.
Yeah.
And he got Obamacare pushed through. That's amazing. You got Obamacare pushed through, bro.
Yeah. And you know how, and another thing, like, even if he had policies that they agreed with, they didn't want to push it. You know what I'm saying? And that goes to show you they made objective was not letting him win. They did not want him to win. They was like, fuck that. We not gonna let you win. And then they was so happy when Trump got in there that all the policies that Obama was pushing, Trump started pushing the same policies, but reworded them and made it different.
Right.
That's
and just using it, like you said, as talking points, not really.
Yeah.
If he's ever going to do anything he says he's going to do, because he never does anything he says he's going to do, unless it's wild and outlandish and selfish, then he'll do it. If it's for him, he'll do it. If it ain't for him, don't believe nothing that nigga say. He ain't going to do it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. But I'm hungry, bro.
Oh, okay, Hack. I'm gonna say salute, man. I really do respect you for coming on. This was a good live, man. This really was a good live. You know what I'm saying? We did 2-hour build. We touched on politics, music, you know, everything that that need to, even economics. And like you said, Hack, like we gotta keep our head up to basically see the blessings. You know what I'm saying? And stop having a negative energy about things. We need positive energy to allow constant elevation. You know what I'm saying? And that's what people don't understand. That's what the word peace stands for. That's the abbreviation of peace. That we need that. We need positive, we need positive energy to elevate. We need that constant elevation.
Constant elevation, cause expansion.
Yes.
I write a rhyme while I creep a mansion. Anyway. Yo, I want to make some shout outs right fast.
Oh yeah, you can do it. You can do it, Hot.
Definitely MBK all day, every day.
Salute MBK. Yeah, salute my brother MBK.
You know what I'm saying? MBK all day, every day. But also madism.info. You can hit me up at the website, madism.info, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, madism.info, YouTube, madism.info, and Hakim Green, HAKIMGREEN. Hit me up there, all platforms, and don't forget to check the website, madism.info. Get the album, Madism Who Want to Smoke, featuring KRS-One, General Steel, Sadat, Tretch, Do It All, Keith Murray, Carl Thomas, Thurston Howard III. I got the merch line, I got the t-shirts and all the other good stuff happening over there. So just check out the website and see what's popping. Madism all day, every day. It's what we do. We spark Madism.
Yeah.
And
Dumb Trump. Yeah, dumb Trump. Yeah.
Salute, bro. Thanks for having me on, bro.
No problem, bro.
Gotti Show 3.0. Recognize, understand where it goes down. Salute.
Salute. I thank you, bro. I really appreciate it, man. I really do. Yes, I want to salute you on that, man. Salute. And MBK, I thank you for this, man. I really do thank you, bro. This was a positive build right here. We need more of this. You know, we need more of this for you too, man.
Send me the invitation. I'll come back, and you got to come on my platform as well, man.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna come through. I'm definitely gonna come build, man. Hey, yo, tell Chris I said salute, man. That's that's one of my favorites right there, man. Salute to Chris, man.
Knowledge reigns supreme, brother.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yes, sir. All right, brother.
All right, peace, big bro. Peace. Yeah, that was great positive build. I want to say salute to my brother MBK for that interview. You know what I'm saying? And we've been here for the 2-hour mark. I'll drop the link. Whoever want to come on, man. But yeah, man, that was it's a real positive build, man. A lot of times, you need food for the mind, food for thought. You know what I'm saying? And stop with all this this negative vibe and then not having a serious build. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, YouTube motherfuckers just want to, argue all day and gossip all day. You know what I'm saying? And not bring knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna keep it real. I grew up on knowledge. You know what I'm saying? I grew up on that conscious teachings. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody in my household is pro-black to the core. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about from Dr. Clark to Dr. Ben. You know, we grew up on that self-awareness from Reverend Ike. Like I still listen to Reverend Ike teachings. You know, his teachings taught me that I'm a God. You know, at the end of the day, you got to understand the God that's within you. You know what I mean? Self-awareness. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of times we don't deal with self-awareness. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing that Reverend Ike taught us was self-awareness. You know what I'm saying? And growing up on them teachings, you know, you learn a lot. You know what I'm saying? Conspiracy to, you know, I got so many conscious books, man. I'm gonna start showing y'all I'm telling you, my library, man. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, a lot of people, y'all need that. Y'all need that food, man. Fuck all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, but yeah, I think I might just wrap this up. I'm tired anyway. I'm about to go wrap this up, you know. But I'm gonna say salute. Shout out to my big bro, MBK. Tomorrow. Well, I told y'all tomorrow I got what's his name coming through, right? Um Nino Cappuccino coming through tomorrow, 9 p.m. Me and Nino, we got something we about to do. You know what I'm saying? Open panel also. Y'all can come on. Y'all got a grievance with Nino Cappuccino. Y'all can come on the panel and speak your grievance with him. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely gonna do that tomorrow. Damn, I got a lot. I got a lot to be doing. I'm busy, man. But yeah, we gonna do a whole lot of things, man. Yeah, definitely MBK. You already know, man. You know I'm a build, man. But I'm gonna definitely come through there and build with the big bros. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to KRS and you know Hakim and brother MBK, man. MBK really he bring that the classic shit, man. But like I told y'all, man, queen of attraction. You know you ain't with no consciousness or no awareness. You is with the drama shit. Cut it out. You know, you with the drama shit 24/7. All right? Come on. You with the drama shit 24/7. You got jokes though. But yeah, like I said, tomorrow I'm going live 9 p.m. Um, we gonna do something classic, you know, with Nino Cappuccino. He got a lot he want to talk about, man. You know, he said he want to talk about CK, New York City Bloods, Scheme Team. You know what I'm saying? I was on the phone with him, and he want to promote his new podcast too. So he'll be pulling up tomorrow, 9 p.m. You know, Nino will be up here. So, you know, when they say Gotti, you know, don't do interviews, man. I try to tell these niggas, like, we still do the interviews. Don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? So, OG Cappuccino will be here tomorrow. Just letting y'all know that. That's happening tomorrow. So, I know y'all waiting to see that the drama he gonna bring. You know what I'm saying? Because he got a lot on his chest, man. I'm gonna keep it real. He got a lot that he want to get off his chest. You know, so we gonna do this tomorrow, and we gonna see what he talking about. You know, he gonna be promoting his new documentary that's coming out, and I'm not gonna lie, I was supposed to get him up on the platform, on the old platform, but I never got him. I wasn't able to get him up here, but I'm gonna get him up here now, and we're gonna do something. We're gonna do something epic. You know, hear what he talking about, who he got smoke with. You know, and like I said, whoever want to jump on the panel, you more than likely to jump on the panel. You could jump on. You know, Y'all want to holler at Nino Cappuccino. If y'all don't know who Nino Cappuccino is, y'all need to go back and look at who he is. You know. Hey yo, I'm gonna definitely try to. I'm gonna get that channel back real life. I am, man, because I want to get that Sean Brent. I want to get a lot. I got a lot of classic interviews on that channel. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm gonna definitely get some. You know. Oh yeah, next week we do got that. You know, we do got that next week. That's a fact, MBK. So we got a lot. That's what I said. We got a lot. We got a lot coming. So yeah, I'm just chilling. You know, I'm gonna keep doing that, man. You know what I'm saying? So we can get back to motion. But yeah, this was a good build, man. This was a great dynamic build, man. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, man. Like I like to put out great content, man. I think a lot of times, a lot of these YouTube niggas, they come on here, they just put a lot of only thing they know is drama. I'm gonna keep it real, 24/7 drama, 24/7. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, man, you got to be consistent with your peace, and you got to be consistent with your energy. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times people ain't consistent because they got negative energy following them. So that's why when you look at their channels, they don't give you nothing else but negative energy. You know what I'm saying? So I got the double live joint coming. That's Monday. I think that's MBK. That's Monday or Tuesday. The double live joint, cause that's coming. We about to do that. The double live joint. So we got a whole lot of content coming, man. Whole lot of content, and it's crazy. Oh, I want to say free Wildcat, man. I heard what happened to him, man. I didn't want to put that out there. I knew he was locked up, but I didn't want to put that out there. You know, I saw Killer Cab did that goofy shit, man. That wasn't cool. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like niggas just putting anything out there, man. And I see, he put that out there on his his channel. You know, that's crazy. But niggas gotta do anything for content, man. You know, they saying Wildcat got locked up for kidnapping and weapons charge. But, I'm gonna say this, man. We need Wildcat to come up here. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm gonna say. We need Wildcat to come up here. We ain't gonna go by. I'm gonna just say Holly Miller told on Cat. If y'all don't know who Holly Miller is, y'all do the knowledge. But yeah, free the homie Cat, man. Crazy situation. Um, Shout out to everybody that came to watch this live. Shout out to the chat. Um, y'all know what to do. Hit the like button. You know, shit is live. We've been here for like 2 hours. I'm about to head out, and it's live. Shout out to MBK, Eggy Egg. I'm tired. I'm about to relax, watch some TV, and call it a fucking day. I got this I got this joint with Nino. I know this gonna be crazy because I know motherfuckers gonna come up there and they gonna start some shit. It's gonna be a whole lot of cursing, whole lot of arguments, whole lot of drama. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. And shout out to everybody that pulled up. So let me see how I'm gonna end this. Let me see how I'm gonna end this. Shit, I gotta play some shit. I want to end this shit on the right note. Shit, yeah, you gotta definitely get your popcorn. Get your popcorns ready, man. You know.